susurro oscuro. Veo tu mirada, la traición en el aire, mi alma desgarrada, amor prohibido. Seremos testigos, el destino nos une, pero somos enemigos. Southside Freight, en el fuego del dolor, un amor que arde, me consume el corazón. Southside Freight, en el fuego del dolor, un amor que arda, me toque nos juigosion. Southside Freight.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to Southside Freight. Now today, we're talking about something every employee fears hearing over the loudspeaker, the emergency meeting. You know the one. When HR suddenly shows up out of nowhere, managers start acting nervous, and everybody in the break room got the same thought in their head. Who messed up this time? These meetings are supposed to solve problems, but half the time they just uncover even more of them. So today, HR is here to hear employee concerns about management. And let's just say the crew got a lot to say. All right, folks, let's tune in and see how this goes.
I don't know. Nobody said anything.
Got an alert on my phone, just said mandatory meeting.
Same here. It's weird, right?
Feel serious.
Yeah, folk look nervous.
Alls I know is that all the employees that were on the dock have been summoned to the break room. So that can mean one thing. Somebody fucked up. I was so ready to go home, and now I have to go through this shit? What could this emergency meeting be about?
All right, I'm going to keep this simple and respectful of everybody's time. I'm here today because corporate has received multiple complaints regarding management conduct, past and present.
Damn.
That includes how employees are being spoken to, supervised, disciplined, and supported on the job. This is a surprise visit. We're looking at leadership behavior, communication standards, and whether company policies are actually being followed on this floor. Some of you raised concerns. Some of you stayed quiet. Either way, today is your opportunity to speak freely. This is not about getting anyone in trouble. It's about making sure this terminal is being run the right way. So I'm going to ask direct questions, and I expect honest answers. No speeches, no corporate language, just real experiences. Let's talk about how management has really been treating you. But before we do that, I'm going to play this video so you guys can see how we train our managers.
At Southside Freight, excellence doesn't happen by accident. We build leaders prepared for today's workplace demands.
Precision, presence, preparedness. Each graduate completes over 120 hours of structured leadership conditioning. And when the final nod is earned, they become certified.
Okay, I'm sure that explained a lot about how we do things around here, so
I ain't learned shit.
let's get this started. Any complaints?
I'm sitting here looking around, puzzled at everyone else, because this meeting has caught us off guard. And that video didn't explain shit. And now everyone is about to riot from anger, but Peaches manages to take the floor.
First off, it's only one women's restroom in this whole terminal.
She ain't
So
lying.
one day I had to use the restroom, right? And that line wrapped around like we was waiting to get in the club. I'm standing there with 8 other women doing the bathroom shuffle. Y'all know the one where you halfway dancing cause your bladder negotiating with you?
Yep, we know
By the time I finally make it in there, handle my business, wash my hands, and get back to the dock, it been about 30 minutes. Now mind you, the freight I was loading was hot freight. They trying to get it on a trailer, but I didn't know that. So the old terminal manager walked up to me talking about, where you been at? I told him, the restroom. This man had the audacity to look me dead in my face and say, well, you might need to start using the restroom before you come to work because you slowing production down.
Hell no.
We got forklifts breaking down, trailers backed up, freight stacked to the ceiling, but he was worried about me. I didn't like that, so I called corporate and left a message.
Thank you. That's a clear facilities equity concern. Restroom access and capacity fall under workplace accommodation standards. I'll flag that for facilities planning and compliance review. All right, who's next?
The room seems like it's getting louder. It's super packed full of employees who are pissed and ready to complain. And look at Shelly. She done snuck in the meeting late as hell with the whole dinner plate. Is she eating oxtails, rice, and peas? Now, where the hell does she get oxtails, rice, and peas at? I want to know. Shit look good as hell. Anyway, Reggie managed to take the floor next.
Hello there. We didn't get your name.
You are right. My fault, guys. My name is Philip.
Okay, Philip. My concern is centered on a pattern of mechanical asset negligence spanning both prior and current management administrations.
What?
Specifically, the operational stewardship of forklifts, the literal backbone of warehouse mobility, has been treated with strategic indifference. Under previous leadership, forklifts were permitted to decline into states of functional fatigue without structured preventive maintenance scheduling. Tires balding, hydraulics wheezing, seats leaning like tired uncles at a cookout. Regrettably, transitional leadership has inherited this deterioration and maintained the trajectory. We cannot demand elite output from equipment operating on borrowed dignity. These machines lift literal tons daily, yet receive attention only when they begin protesting audibly. This cultivates workflow hesitation, safety anxiety, and what I professionally term mechanical distrust. In summary, if the forklifts are workhorses, then why haven't we been winning races?
I think what Reggie was referring to was the lack of forklifts and the lack of production from that.
Thank you.
Before
It's
HR
nothing,
can
really.
respond, a chair
I do
squeaks. Their heart slowly raises his hand up like a man about to quote scripture.
Actually, according to the Employee Operations Handbook, Section 14, Subsection C, forklift performance degradation does not necessarily indicate management negligence.
What?
It indicates operator responsibility to report mechanical irregularities through the Equipment Condition Reporting Form.
Bearheart, these tires look like they've been drifting in Tokyo, and you are telling me it's on us to write this stuff up?
If the tires are worn, it should have been documented. You should submit Form ECR-22 for stuff like that.
I'm gonna submit my foot up your ass if you don't shut up.
Oh, shit.
I didn't quite catch that, Reggie. What did you say?
I said thanks for informing me about that rule in the handbook. So helpful.
Gentlemen, calm down. Now I think you were referring to the poor forklift management you guys have been receiving, right? Now this is very concerning, and I will have someone look into it. Thank you for alerting me. Next.
Man, this meeting was just getting warmed up. Folks started making all kind of comments.
So I put in a request to take 3 weeks off to go back home to Africa, right? And he looks at me and says, 3 weeks? Didn't you see your family last year?
Hell no.
So one day I'm just making conversation, right? I ask the old terminal manager, "You ride motorcycles?" He looks me dead in my eyes and says, "Nah, I don't ride." I lost all respect for him after that.
The room is buzzing with energy, but Bree manages to take the floor.
Let me ask you something first. Are you the terminal manager's little friend?
No, I am not. I report to the big boss. That's it.
I don't believe it.
So everything we saying here stays in this meeting?
Correct. This discussion is confidential.
Oh, okay. Why is it when I call in and use a PTO day, I still get a point? If I have the PTO days, why am I being punished for using them?
Yeah, why is that?
It feels like we the only company doing reverse benefits. Everywhere else, PTO means see you tomorrow. Here it means see you tomorrow with consequences.
She's got a point.
That's like buying food, then getting fined for chewing. A lot of employees have lost their jobs because of this stupid point system that doesn't make sense. We need this fixed immediately.
Actually, according to Attendance Policy Section 8.3 of the Employee Handbook, PTO and attendance points operate under separate compliance systems.
What? Don't start that mess with me, Bearheart. I am not the one or the two.
Your seniority is nowhere near number one at this company. There's at least 50 drivers ahead of you.
Hell no.
But back to what I was saying. Technically, it is not a punishment. The handbook classifies it as a recorded attendance occurrence, which is why the handbook recommends employees strategically plan PTO usage to avoid excessive occurrences. But I actually think that they should change this rule if you have the PTO days. Therefore, I agree with you on this one, Bree.
I don't give a fuck what you agree with.
Okay. It is a manager's choice how they delegate the points. It's up to them if they actually apply them. But we did not know he was doing it that way.
Well, you know now.
I will write that down and look over it. I've got time for 2 more complaints. Who's next?
This meeting just keeps on getting crazier by the fucking minute. But Keon manages to take the floor next.
I came into work early one morning. I walked past the last terminal manager's office. The door was cracked. He ain't see me, but I saw him. The center of his head was gone. Like somebody removed the junk file from their computer gone. I'm talking about only the perimeter, no middle, looked like a cow licked him.
Damn.
I'm standing there thinking, am I in the Twilight Zone? Did my shift start in another dimension? Then I see him reach to the side of the desk and grab the glue stick in his centerpiece. Then he put it back on. I knew then that I couldn't trust him to lead us to glory because he was lying to us about his hair. And that probably why his office smelled crazy, like a bag of rusted potatoes, almost like the Tater Chip Man. You ever heard of the Tater Chip Man, Philip?
No, I haven't.
Hey, don't say that name loud, especially not near vending machines. Y'all don't know the story?
Tell us, coach.
Back in high school, dude used to hustle candy bars and cookies out his backpack. Graduated, flipped the money, bought vending machines. Word on the street is that he was beating all the other vending machine companies to the good locations. So one day, he went to restock a vending machine, and a bunch of rival vending machine companies caught up with him and made him disappear. I think they stuffed him into a vending machine and just left him there to rot.
Damn.
And they say, if you stand in front of a vending machine and say his name 5 times, he appears. I wouldn't dare say it.
What did he say if you say his name 5 times near a vending machine? Tater Chip Man.
Who summoned me?
Don't y'all stop saying his name!
Well, that's good to know. I have time for 1 more complaint.
I'm gonna stay quiet for this meeting and just hear everybody else out. Bruh manages to get the last complaint for the day.
So let me tell y'all about the day I realized lunch break around here is apparently performance-based. I'm sitting in the break room, clocks say 12:20. I was halfway done eating my lunch.
Big back ass.
Next thing I know, the old terminal manager walk in the break room, doing one of them slow inspections like he the cafeteria police. He stops and just stares at me eating. He's not talking or nothing, just watching me eat.
Weirdo.
Then he gonna say, "You eating kinda slow there. You do know you only get 30 minutes on the clock for lunch. Anything over is stealing time from the company and you aren't a thief, are you?"
Damn.
I damn near almost cussed this man out. Then he gonna look at his watch, then look back at my plate and say, "Well, production's bad today. Go ahead and finish that up and get back out there." I looked at the clock. I still had 9 minutes left on my break, so I finished my food on my time, not his.
Well, that was interesting. Lunch by law is 30 minutes or an hour. I'll make sure I look into that as soon as possible. But that's going to do it for me today, folks. I'll leave this stack of complaint forms on the desk for you guys to fill out. Hopefully you will not be seeing me again.
This meeting was crazy as fuck. And I thought about saying something, but I realized we don't have a union, so what really was the point of this meeting? I doubt anything even changes, or if the HR person was really concerned. I wish more companies would ask their workers how things could be better, but for some reason they don't. I'm finally heading home, thinking about what changes are coming because of today. Welp, until next time, always remember, it's always a great day at Southside Freight.
Yeah. Kitchen hot, bandana tight. Let's go. Yeah. Serve out the elbow, work in the headlock chokehold. Whip to the whole pot rainbow. Turn one little plate to a back roll. Serve out the elbow, phone keep jumping like pogo. Whole block know what I'm known for. All out the bend that elbow. Serve out the elbow. Left wrist talking, right wrist slanging. Both of them loud, both of them banging. Still on the counter, smelling the apron. Turning my anger into these payments. Taped up box in the trunk, no label. Whole team eat out one small table. Came from crumbs and the late bus hateful. Now it's 10 toes down, ungrateful. Still got scars from the old route. Still see Ray when I zone out. Mama had rent on the countdown, so I hit that turn, made it turn around. Corner store run, stuffed in the coat. Dog food, raw talk stuck in my throat. They wanted me broke, I wanted the loaf, so I learned how to lean on the stove. Serve out the elbow, work in the headlock chokehold. Whip to the whole pot rainbow. Turn one little plate to a bankroll. Serve out the elbow, phone keep jumping like pogo. Whole block know what I'm known for. All off the bend that elbow. Serve out the elbow. Wrist so sore, that's trauma. Still gotta dance for the commas. Still gotta dodge your Wanda. Still keep flexing the Honda. Eyes on the rear view twitchy. Packs in the drywall itchy. Whole hood tense, it risky. Still gotta flood, that fridge is empty. Lot of these boys just cap on beats. I bled on the tile, I slipped in bleach. I prayed in the dark with a clenched up teeth. I hugged that block like it hugged me back. Cold little crib at the heat with the oven. Nobody gave game, I learned it from nothing. Turned that pain into place in the budget. Every little flick of the wrist said fuck. Serve out the elbow, working a headlock chokehold. Whip to the whole pot rainbow. Turn one little plate to a bankroll. Serve out the elbow, phone keep jumping like pogo. Whole block know